Universal just released something that will have a huge impact on Epic Universe. Hello everybody, welcome. Epic Universe is bringing all sorts of new technology to the table that is definitely going to be showing up in Universal Studios and Islands of Adventure. But now it seems like we have some new technology showing up at Universal Studios that's going to make its way over into Epic Universe when the park opens. We know that Universal has been doubling down on bringing more and more interactive experiences over into their parks. The success of the Wizarding World of Harry Potter has been a game changer for them. And of course, they are trying to replicate that model as much as possible. Why reinvent the wheel when you have something working for you so well? Since then, we know other theme parks like Disney have been trying to copy some of that success and capture some of that magic for themselves. And of course, why wouldn't they? It's very fitting because Universal has been copying things from Disney for decades. Now Universal is once again stepping up their game. They just released something that has the potential of being an absolute game changer for Universal. And it has already been wildly successful and popular over at Universal Studios. So we can definitely expect to see this coming to Epic Universe here in the next few months. Now before we get to that, I want to talk a little bit about some of these interactive experiences that have really leveled up Universal in a big way. First, let's talk about the Wizarding World of Harry Potter and the wand experiences. These wands have not only been the most successful invention for interactive experiences in theme park history, but they've also opened up Universal theme parks to whole new generations of people. And they are basically printing money with these wands at this point. Since the opening of the Wizarding World of Harry Potter Hogsmeade back in 2010, there have been 3 versions of the wands that have been released. The first version was, of course, the original version of the interactive wands that they were selling. The second version is the current version of their interactive wands. And the third version are their brand new wand experiences that are going to be coming to Epic Universe. The brand new store, Cosme Acajur, is going to be coming to Epic Universe. That's going to be within the Wizarding World Ministry of Magic area. As it is set in France, they have completely new boxes. They are triangular shaped boxes. You can see it in some of the imagery. And these are going to be basically the French versions of the wands. Now, they will also still be selling the British Ministry of Magic wands as well. And all these wands will be their brand new 3.0 wands. Some of the features of these wands include rechargeable replaceable batteries, similar to your Magic Band Plus, where you can sort of charge it. You don't have to worry about the battery dying on you over time. That will be a rechargeable battery. In addition, there is expected to be light up effects somewhere within the wands, or maybe even the tip of the wand, to give some lighting effects as you're sort of swooshing your wand around. There's also expected to be haptic or tactile feedback on the wand, some sort of buzzing or whatnot, things that give you a little bit of response in the wand when you're using it to know if something is activated or something was successful. Imagine doing something like a spell and then getting a response in the wand that kind of tells you that it was a successful spell. In addition, there has been lots of rumor and speculation about the possibility of wand dueling, being able to interact one wand with another wand in the parks, outside of the parks, wherever you may be, which sounds really cool. More information on that. There's also expected to be connectivity with regards to these wands with an app experience that will allow you to do really cool things. And then another rumor that we have is the possibility of OLED screens layered over top of windows and things all throughout the land that allow you to interact with them and experience, and maybe even get some visual or particle effects through these OLED screens to just bring that magic level up a bit. Now, if you want to know more about these awesome wand experiences, I did an entire video dedicated to these brand new wands coming out and all the cool features that they're going to have, and examples and shows, all sorts of things that you can do with them. You're going to want to check it out. I will link to it right below here. I promise you that video is awesome. You're going to want to check it out if you're interested in these new wands. So as you can see, they are continuing to level up these interactive experiences through their wands. Next, I want to talk really quickly about the Super Nintendo Power Bands that are coming to Epic Universe in Super Nintendo World. Now, these power bands have been in use at the other Super Nintendo World areas in the other Universal parks. These power-up bands have integration with apps that you can use on your phone. This allows you to create a profile, collect coins, get power-ups, and it even showcases your score, where you're at, things like that throughout the land with other players. There's also boss battles similar to like Batu Bounty Hunters, being able to interact with areas of the land and do boss fights. You defeat these bosses, you collect special coins, and then you get to challenge Bowser Jr. This is an interactive battle that tracks your movements and allows you to either win or lose the battle. Now, these power-up bands also work with the Mario Kart ride, allowing you to do things like collect coins while you're on the attraction itself. And it also even works with your games at home, such as Mario Kart on the Nintendo Switch. So again, more and more levels of interactivity with different things. So guests interacting with objects and things in the park and interacting with other guests. Now we have the newest interactive technology that has just been released at Universal Studios. And this is interactive bubble wands. I know what you're thinking. That's it? That's the big reveal? I waited all this time just to hear bubble wands? Stay with me now. This may seem really trivial, but I'm going to explain to you why it's not. First of all, these bubble wands are just freaking cool. Let me talk to you about all the cool things that they can do. First of all, they interact with the Mega Movie Parade. Now, the parade itself is on hiatus until after Mardi Gras is over, and then it will return. But these bubble wands interact with the Mega Movie Parade. So depending on the float that is going by, like Ghostbusters, Back to the Future, Jaws, your bubble wand will interact with it. The lighting on the bubble wand will change, and it will play different sounds and music based on the different floats. Number two, and one of the coolest things, is that they interact with each other. These are interactive bubble wands that interact with other interactive bubble wands. This, remember what I just said about wand dueling? The ability to duel with a wand in the park relies on the ability for one wand to be able to interact with another wand. So being able to recognize that there is another wand in its space and that I want to interact with it. This is, again, a very simple version of what we're talking about here. This ability to interact between two bubble wands is bringing together that vision that I was talking about wand dueling in the parks. Now, number three, which is also a huge one, is they are going gangbusters with little kids, with the younger audiences. These are hugely popular, and this is something that Universal desperately needs. It has desperately needed more things for the younger kids to really grab their hands onto, really get engaged with and be excited about. I have talked in many videos about the lack of offerings and things for the younger kids. Lots of stuff for teens and adults, but the younger kids, there hasn't been a ton of things for them. And these bubble wands are a huge step in the right direction. Wizarding World wands are very popular with the older kids, teens, adults. A lot of older people love the wands and they think they're great. But for the younger children, it's a little bit beyond them. You know, waving a wand in a specific pattern and getting a spell off can be a little bit more challenging for the younger kids. So they really needed something that is going to appeal to all the younger children, and this is an awesome invention. You can just see how popular these things were when they were first released during the Mega Movie Parade that was going on all summer. I mean, there were literally bubbles everywhere. Like, there were so many bubbles you could almost not even see the parade. That's how popular these things have become. So again, just an amazing win for Universal, in my opinion. So they got a huge win with the wands, they're getting huge win with these power bands, and now they're getting huge win with these bubble wands. Now, the fourth thing about these, which is just released as of a few days ago, are these interactive windows as part of the Universal stores and storefronts, where you can interact using your bubble wand with things that are in these windows. Now, this is similar to the windows that were at Disney Springs during the Christmas holiday. If you had a magic band, you could walk up, you could tap your magic band, and it would do some cool little thing, a display like animation or interaction in the windows, and people really seem to like those. This is similar to that. And of course, they're also very similar to the Wizarding World wands and being able to sort of do motions and patterns, and then things happen in the windows as if they're magic. So they're doing that same thing here with the bubble wands. But of course, it's a much more simplified version. You don't have to do any special patterns or anything. So there's all sorts of really cool things like dinosaurs moving. There's like a T-Rex that's doing like a chomping motion. There's a really cool magic trick where a troll just simply appears out of nowhere. There's some really cool light up tile things behind the minions. So the possibilities for these types of interactions are unlimited. Just imagine these in Epic Universe. The possibilities are huge. Think about interactive displays in How to Train Your Dragonland or even the Celestial Hub. These are going to be great for things like the bubble wands. And then the big one is even think about the fireworks. What about the fireworks and light shows that they're going to be going on with the fountains? You can think about the interactions that these bubble wands are going to have. This is a brilliant strategy by Universal to get more and more kids engaged and excited about the things that Universal has to offer. Now, let's not limit ourselves to bubble wands. Now, that's where it's starting. So they've expanded from the wands and the power bands to now these bubble wands, but there's all sorts of things that they can now do with this as well that may not necessarily be bubble wands that even teenagers or adults might be interested in getting. So there's a lot of cool interactive possibilities that the bubble wands are kind of just the first step of this outside of the wands and power bands. So I have to just say, Universal, they keep hitting the ball out of the park. I mean, it's like home run after grand slam. I mean, they're just knocking it out of the park. This is another step in the right direction. I think it's great stuff. I'd love to hear what you think. What do you think about the bubble wands? Were you at Universal? Did your kids love the bubble wands? Are you excited about the possibility of going and grabbing a bubble wand and interacting with it? I think even adults would love to have a bubble wand and interact with sort of the movie parades. I think it's a lot of fun. So let me know what you think. I'd love to hear from you in the comments. Make sure you hit the notification button below so that you know when my next video drops. But the most important thing is you have to subscribe. You gotta subscribe to my channel. It's free. You don't have to do anything. Just click that subscribe button. Make sure you're logged in on YouTube. Hit the subscribe button. Boom. Now you get all my videos from here on out. So once again, I just want to say thank you so much for watching. I appreciate all of you watching. And please comment below. I love the comments. Keep them coming. I love responding to them. I love giving out information. People even message me on my other channels and ask me questions, and I will go and try to find the answer if I don't have it. So I really enjoy the conversation. I love the engagement. Keep it coming. Once again, appreciate you all. Thank you so much for watching. And until I see you next time, the noble way is the easy way. Bye-bye, everybody.